Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Happy day to you here. What is today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. We're looking at ICP double checking a couple of things. This is actually very, very good news. We got a nice little pump up here to that 1270 range. Good news for our community, of course. We were able to secure profits, get 36% there in roughly 3 to 4 trading days. Awesome stuff there. Happy that worked out very well for you, and congrats to our community members too for near protocol 52% and our nice day trade scalps this morning for AVAX, Matic, ETH, and BNB. So today has been a good day. Yesterday was a fantastic day. Able to secure some profits from some unique trades last week. Those trades, they looked a little shaky for a while, but honestly, they didn't have any invalidations yet, and so far so good. So anyways, ICP was one of those trades we took over the weekend. The whole point of me talking about that is just to kind of say, thank you to my community, and thank you as well for always supporting the channel. Like the video if you could, please. Absolutely helps grow the channel, gets us in front of more people, and deeply appreciate that too. So let's talk a little bit about liquidation first and get on into the charts on the back end here, kind of see where we're at. Because again, when it comes to liquidation and ICP, there was some levels up around $13 or $14, if I recall correctly, that are important for us to recognize, okay? And again, we can kind of see that here still. There's 13, 1280, upwards of 14, 1475. But a majority of the liquidation here at about 1235 occurred already, okay? So again, anybody trying to short this coin here recently, which makes no sense at all, we got basically like a triple top. There was what? Inverse head and shoulders, falling wedge. There's a lot of reasons why the price action should have broke out and did, okay? Mainly why we took the trades, and I'll explain here in a little bit those confirming factors. But what I want to get at now is we are trending a little bit lower. Heaven forbid we do lose the support level we're at right now, the more recent high. We can see this level of about 1150 and or 1080 potentially get swept. I don't think that's a probability right now, depending on how the market holds, but we got to recognize and be open about this. Bitcoin dominance is increasing. I talked about this earlier today in my shorts for Twitter, TikTok, Telegram, and all the wonderful social medias, and effectively just talking about how this is an important thing to recognize. Bitcoin dominance is effectively on the rise. It's pulling back a little bit right now, but generally speaking, it's up in the 56% range, and its resistance was 55 as a rough estimate. So the point of all this is just to kind of get you, familiar with the fact that Bitcoin dominance starts to increase, Bitcoin price goes sideways, we can see altcoins pull back because of that. So that's basically what we're seeing here, this natural profit-taking scenario. Anyways, the whole point of that too as well, just to clarify, we have this more recent resistance for our range-bound activity at 1215. That could and should be our stopping point there. Hypothetically, we close above 1215 today, should be in good shape still, okay? But again, if you're trading ICP and you're not securing profits, I don't know what you're doing. I get that spot bag holders tend to hold on for longer periods of time. I do that too. I've got a spot bag for ICP, trust me, I'm in. But I don't touch that, okay? I'm not consistently in and out. Not to say that's a problem. I'm more so touching on the fact that some people never secure profits. They take a 100x long position at $11, and they're like 300% profit right now, and they don't sell. That is not what cryptocurrency is all about, folks. Bragging to everybody on social media about how awesome your trade was that took months to achieve isn't really all that awesome, okay? Anyways, nothing wrong with securing profits, folks. Absolutely do it. It's important. Take a look here. We haven't crossed over 50 on the RSI, so we're not truly bullish yet. The daily time frame honestly doesn't look fantastic for ICP. It hasn't in a while. We're still getting rejected by the 20-day SMA. You can kind of see that there with the descending trend line. And of course, MACD, while it's converging, not super strong, okay? So we're still under a lot of resistances with only one support at roughly that $11.18 mark, that more recent support level there at just, let's say $11.20. That's right where the 200-day SMA is hanging out. So that's good. Stochastic swinging up, we got momentum, and it's a start. But it's not perfect, okay? Now again, daily time frames never are, so just keep that in mind. They're more just a macro understanding of what's going on. But here's kind of a larger understanding too, that the reason I have these trend lines drawn out isn't just because we want to be above them, which is great, don't get me wrong, but this is like a falling wedge pattern here, okay? So again, the price action generally breaks out here. Now we had a nice little breakout, but we're pulling back now because Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Heaven forbid that were to continue, we could see the price pull back even further, but generally speaking, we have a lot of reasons why the price action broke out, right? We even see this inverse head and shoulders pattern. While it's not perfect, especially not now, it did effectively break that neckline. Okay, so again, handful of reasons why the price broke out. Is it going to sustain? The less of the question here. Okay, we're at 50 on the RSI. If we don't get a bounce here soon, we could be in trouble. You got to recognize too, Bitcoin low 65,000 mark now. Okay, it's definitely pulling back here, and it's not really a great situation for Bitcoin or altcoins, because again, that's just that natural pullback when Bitcoin pulls back. The key takeaway here is to be able to see the outliers, which coins are doing really well right now, and those are the ones you maybe want to consider trading. Coincidentally, ADA and XRP, the two stable coins, as they say, are the two that are currently holding strong. We actually have a long with Cardano as well. I'll discuss that here next with our next review, but what I want to get at is we're diverging on both stochastic and MACD here. It's very standard stuff when the price action goes up the way it did. And the reason why it's okay that this is happening is because we've already secured profits, okay? Again, if you don't secure profits, I'm sorry for you here. You should have taken some profit. I mean, there's a pretty decent margin there, 7 to 10%. That's a healthy return, okay? So again, this isn't I hate to say I told you so situation. It's just, if you're not securing profits, you're not really trading, honestly. That's not what trading is. Or that is what trading is making sure that you actually are profitable at the end of the month. I've been profitable at the end of every month since I figured things out, and a lot of that figuring out was my risk tolerance and understanding what works best for me. So always work within your risk tolerance. Long story short here, lagging span is now below the price action, implying we have bearish pressure and we've lost our momentum to the upside. We can also see conversion line and the baseline. They're inverted, so to speak, implying we've lost momentum, and we also are, well, we're not above or below the cloud just yet. We are soon to, if we go sideways from now, we'll be below the cloud. Okay, so we're soon to confirm a bearish divergence here for ICP. Not to say the price is going to continue lower, but if Bitcoin doesn't pull its head successfully from its ass here soon, we will see ICP continue to pull back. Okay, so just some friendly advice: secure profits when you can. What we're looking for today is a daily candlestick closure. I still hold true to this. This was yesterday. What we were looking for too is a closure at about 1220 or higher. That's this most recent support level. Turned potential resistance we will see here soon, but generally speaking, we close at that level or higher, we'll be naturally above the cloud, we'll be above this descending trend line, which is still kind of haunting us here, and we'll have a chance to be able to continue further up. So again, we're not in dire straits by any stretch here, but if Bitcoin can just kind of stabilize at between 65 and 66,000 would be fine. My speculation is Bitcoin pulls back to 64.5, maybe this range here, which would be a really good solid entry for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin comes into that range, I would say it's probably pretty safe to take some trades, some long trades with altcoins too at that level, just because of the likelihood of Bitcoin stabilizing at those lower levels is important, or more so realistic, okay? So it's important to recognize that. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So anyways, I know this isn't a Bitcoin analysis, but if you're not watching Bitcoin, you're not trading altcoins correctly, it's just the way it works. And right now, Bitcoin does appear to be, due for a correction. Makes sense though, folks. I mean, it came up, 7-8% in one day. It's quite a lot of movement for Bitcoin. All right, folks, thanks again so much for watching. Hope you learned something. Do me a favor again, like the video. Trade ICP on the world's best exchange here, BitUnix. Excellent rewards. Use my link to register. CryptoCache.tech is a site too if you want to become a better trader. I have a trading academy, community, and signals group. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.